Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and welcome back to the world of Third Age Total War. It's been absolutely ages since I've uploaded a battle in Third Age Reforged, and in fact, it's been ages since I've uploaded any Total War replays. And since Gandalf was kind enough to send this replay in, I thought it would be a good one to kick off my return to battle uploads on the channel. He's been waiting a very long time for this replay, so let's quickly take a look at the army comps, and then we'll get the battle started. The defending army we have on the battlefield today, and charged with defending the great city of Rivendell, is the Mirkwood Elves, commanded by Gandalf, and I do apologize in advance for the inevitable slaughter of these names. I don't know how to phonetically pronounce elven names here, but I will try my best. In the front lines here, holding some of the strategic choke points into the city, we have two units of the Hiriath, so 2 units of sword and shield infantry, and backing them up we have 2 units of the Hiropen, which look very similar in armor and equipment. They're just a bow unit, so I'm assuming probably a heavy bow infantry unit. He also has 2 more units of the Hirioth sword and shield infantry in reserve. For his light infantry, he has 2 units of the Blades of Emendur. He has 1 here, and then he has 1 way over here on the other side of the map. This one is probably going to be charged with holding this rear choke point that enters into the city. However, I wouldn't imagine that many of the attacking forces will come over this way, because it's a really good kill zone for the defenders. He can set up just 1 infantry unit here, and then he also brought a catapult, which is right here, so he could set it up and get a ton of kills if the attackers decide to blob up. But we'll have to see what happens when the battle begins, and if they are going to be pushing some troops over to that back choke point. But these are the guys that I am most looking forward to seeing in action. Look at these two-handed blades. They are looking very cool. We got the Hiralan, just a huge two-handed sworded elven unit. Very, very cool. Similar armor and equipment to the other infantry units we have seen. And then we do have the general here as well, the Elders of the Elven King, and there he is with his dual blades. Very interested to see him in action as well. And then we have some versatile units. I believe they're the Wardens of Amenlak, is how you would pronounce it, but they've got their bows, and then they also, if you can see, they have axes on their back, so I'm assuming that they're going to be pretty solid in melee as well. You can see this one unit is being deployed over to that back corner there. And just about done with the Elven army comps, but we can't forget this choke point, which is being held by 2 units of Hiriek, which are 2 spear units, and they are already in a very tight spear wall, and they are being supported by a unit of Greenwood Rangers. And that rounds out the Mirkwood army, so let's go ahead and take a look at the attackers. The first attacking army on the battlefield today is Umbar, commanded by Riz, and these names are a little challenging as well, but I'm going to try my best to pronounce them properly. I just want to take note of some of the units that are peeling off from the main army, so we don't forget to take a look at them. These guys look absolutely amazing. They're the Naru Royal Guard, I think is how you pronounce them. But I love how they have the Swan Knight looking helmets, but the black and crimson just looks amazing. And again, they look pretty versatile as well. They have a bow, and then they also have a spear and shield on their backs. So I'm assuming this is a pretty elite unit, given the fact that they are Royal Guard. But look at these guys as well. These guys look sweet. The Balakith Axe Guard. Look at those massive 2-handed axemen. I really hope in this battle we can see the 2-handed axes going up against those dual-wielding blade masters from the elves. We've also got another unit up here as well of the Balakith Axe Guard. They're kind of being held in reserve, I believe, but the main body of the army is moving towards the ally, the other attacking army. They do have a ballista which is moving forwards, and then just a lot of infantry. We've got some Balakith marksmen, we've got some Belagar footmen, a lot of Corsair infantry, so again, some good versatile bow and melee infantry units. And we've got some more marksmen, some Balakith shield bearers, these guys looking very cool as well, and some more footmen and Corsairs as well. And that rounds out the great host of Umbar, so let's go ahead and take a look at the final attacker. The final attacking army on the battlefield today is Gondor, commanded by Isambard, and in the front lines we have a couple units of Gondor archers. We have one here and just one back there in the trees. We also have the massive ballistas being loaded to soften up those choke points. We'll take a look at what they're firing on very shortly. We've got some Gondor infantry up here too, no doubt, to defend the artillery pieces. We have a unit of veterans of Osgiliath. And then for the mainline infantry, we have a couple units of the Guards of Osgiliath, a couple units of Fountain Guard, and then a couple units of the Axemen of Lossarnak. And there may be a couple more units that are hidden that I can't see right now, but we'll take a look at them when the battle does officially begin. But they do have a unit of Pinithgellan Cavalry as well. Love the green. Very, very cool, and that may actually be his general unit. This looks like a general back here as well. Don't know actually where the Umbar general is, but again, we'll take a look at that once the battle begins. And I believe it is going to start very soon, so let's go ahead and get the battle started. Alright guys, welcome to the battlefield, and as you can see we have a very brave sally out from this light infantry unit here, and I know that Gandalf wants to go after the Gondor ballista, which is a little bit undefended here. Only the Gondor archers are in place to stop them from getting to that artillery crew, but we have a huge volley from the Gondor archers there, and it does give enough time for the artillery crew to get out of the way and some Gondor infantry to come in to their rescue. So it does look like this sally out from the light infantry unit is going to be in vain. Now, I will have a little disclaimer here for you guys. If you do notice a bit of stuttering through this video, it's something to do with the actual replay. It has nothing to do with the city settlement, the custom settlement, or the amount of men on the battlefield. But for some reason, this replay, it just has a bit of stuttering to it, so just bear with me. Any further replays in 3rd Age Reforged hopefully will not have this. I have done a couple of test replays, and they all seem to be running fine, so it just seems to be something with this replay in general. I don't know exactly why it is, but nevertheless, I still want to cover this replay because it is a 2v1, and the elves are defending Rivendell, and Gandalf does say that it is a pretty close finish, so I am very interested to see how it does turn out. But there we go, the Pinithgellan Cavalry from Gondor surrounding this unit of light infantry, and surely that has broken them. Yes, it has. So the Gondor archers managing to get a really good flanking volley on that light infantry unit. Look how many were dead before they even made it into combat. So that is tough to see if you are rooting for the defending elves. And now I believe there is going to be a bit of an extended skirmish phase. You can see that Umbar has brought up their Corsair infantry. We have the ballista crew from Gondor getting back onto the ballista, and I believe that we had some Gondor archers over here as well that are ready to fire their missiles. The elves are pretty well defended though, so I don't think that the ballista is going to do too much damage. I have seen a couple of shots being aimed at the Hiriek, or the spearmen, and they have been hitting this building and they do not go through, so they're in a pretty solid position. So I think maybe that those light infantry elves died in vain. But nevertheless, we'll cut out this skirmish phase because I think it is going to be pretty extensive, but we'll bring it back to you once the enemy infantry has pushed in to the choke points of Rivendell. Alright guys, welcome back, and here we go. We have the Umbar soldiers, the Corsair infantry, charging in to the heavy infantry of the elves, and that officially does begin the battle. You can see that it is going to be a bit framey. Unfortunately, as I said, it is just the replay, but I do want to still cover this replay. Gandalf has been waiting for probably 3 months for this replay to be covered, so Gandalf, I really appreciate your patience in waiting for this replay. But yeah, as you can see, it is going to be framey. It's something to do with the replay itself. I thought originally it would have been something to do with the city, like the custom settlements. I know that the Reforged team had some issues with the custom settlements, and this is Rivendell, Moat and Bailey, so I thought maybe it had something to do with that. But I have played a couple of replays, or sorry, played a couple of battles just against the AI, and then watched back the replays, and they were absolutely fine. So Hopefully just an isolated incident in my return to Third Age Total War. But the elves are holding very strong here. You can see that we do have the Hirialth, more heavy infantry. They are coming in. We've got the heavy archers for the elves as well, just focusing down into this choke point here. And if we zoom out to the other side, I have to remember maybe to move a little bit more slowly so that the frames can catch up there. But it looks like we do have some units that are going to be moving through this choke point to challenge the elves in their spear wall as well. If we look over here, though, I just want to show you what the damage toll here is on these Gondor archers. They were absolutely annihilated by those Greenwood Rangers from the Mirkwood Elves, as if there was any doubt. Of course the Elves are going to beat any other faction in a prolonged skirmish. It was actually a decently long skirmish as well, but now we've actually got the Fountain Guard coming in, so this could actually be a pretty good challenge for the Spearmen. But oh no, this is not good! Gandalf thought that he had both of them holding strong here, or sorry, had this choke point held properly, but it looks like due to some pathfinding that Isambard was able to sneak an entire unit of Fountain Guard around the flank. So now the spears are a little bit out of position. Now I don't know as far as the stats go, who would be better here, the Hiriek or the Fountain Guard. I'd say it would be pretty close. The manpower of the Fountain Guard is less, though. It says defeat seems certain, so I guess the elves are going to have the upper hand. And now these Guards of Osgiliath, apologies for calling them Fountain Guard, they're not Fountain Guard, but the Guards of Osgiliath here are now kind of surrounded, so the tables have turned a little bit here. Thankfully, though, we have the Umbar player Riz bringing in some of the Valakas shield bearers, and they're going to be outflanking the flankers. So now the spearmen are going to be outflanked, and also we have the other heavy infantry unit here from the elves that was in reserve pushed in. But look at this, Riz is actually trying to push through this gap in the center. It is wide open into the center here, and he could actually push for the elven catapult here, and I think that's exactly what he wants to do. The Greenwood Rangers are firing desperately into the mix of Umbar soldiers and trying to hold them back. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Yeah, Riz is just pushing his footmen forwards, trying to get after that catapult, and you can see that we've got another unit of the Hira Lang quickly moving to support them. That was a huge hit, though, on the Umbar forces, trying to get a position on the other side here. And there we go. Did they break? Oh, wow, the shield bearers have broken just from that hit from the catapult. That is insane. That was very, very lucky for Gandalf. Very, very lucky indeed. And the Greenwood Rangers, I believe that they have used up their ammunition, but they are pursuing those breaking units. We've got more Belagar footmen. Oh no! Ooh, that wasn't as good. That was a lot of friendly fire there, unfortunately. It completely missed the Fountain Guard. But how are the Guards of Osgiliath doing? Defeat seems certain, but they are holding their own against these elves. I'm very impressed. It seems like the Fountain Guard are actually faring worse than the Guards of Osgiliath. Yeah, half the force remains, so it looks like 35% of the men's army have been killed, so that is Gondor and Umbar. But then 33% of the elves have been killed as well. But remember that 8% of them were that light infantry unit that was thrown away at the beginning. So the elves have actually clawed back a pretty solid lead. We do have some scattered shots from the archers as well. I just want to slowly, at the cost of the frame, zip back over to here and see how things are going. The elves are still holding. Now, what do we have in the mix? We have the Axemen of Lussernack that are in the mix here. We've got, I believe, some Gondor infantry as well. Yes, we do have some Gondor infantry over here. We also have the Corsairs. They're a little bit shaken, though. They seem to be getting cut down by the Hirialth. And, oh, these are the two-handeds. The two-handed swords, yes. There we go with the spin-around attack. I love it. It almost seems to me like the elves, like, they don't need to fight that flamboyantly or that show-offy, but they just would. Like, it's in their character, I think, to just... They want to take everything and turn it up to 110%. But they are definitely doing a number on the forces of men here. We've also got some Belaketh marksmen coming in. I don't know what they're going to be focusing on. I bet you it is this catapult crew here, and I think Gandalf realizes that, and he wants to push it well out of range, but I think that the Belaketh marksmen are going to be able to get a couple of volleys off on that catapult. If they can eliminate that catapult, it is going to be a huge, huge advantage for the attackers, because that is the only artillery that the defending forces have. And I just want to quickly zip over to the other side, because I actually do see a few units that are coming around here. You can see we've got the Belaketh Axguard, we've got the Pinithgellan cavalry over here as well. But well done to Gandalf, who is protecting his flank. He does have the Blades of Emendur here. However, he's going to need a bit more infantry, I think. But we actually have the general over here, the Elders of the Elven King. So he is over here to defend the rear of his forces as well. We've also got the Narrow Royal Guard. I think that these guys, as we've seen, I just want to try and get over here without falling into the abyss. I think we've seen that these guys are, if I'm not mistaken, they're an archer unit. Now, where are they going? Can they come up and go? No way can they go all the way around here. Ooh, that could be very interesting, because I think that a lot of Gandalf's infantry is already engaged, but Gandalf is so on top of it. Look at that. He's actually sending his general up there to defend that choke point, and I'm very interested if the Narrow Royal Guard is Riz's general, so we could almost have a general v general battle. 53 in that unit. We've got, how many is in this one? 103 in that unit, but they're both bow infantry units, and they both seem to be like they could be capable of being versatile in melee, so that'll be a very interesting matchup. However, the elves are outnumbered over there 2-1. Now, if we zoom back in over here, it looks like, yeah, the elves are actually pushing out here. They are forcing back the Alliance of Men. We've got the Belaketh shield bearers are broken. The Corsair infantry are struggling to hold. Yeah, this is pretty desperate. Now, what do they have remaining? They still have their ballista, which is firing at the Wardens of Aman-Lok. Yeah, that is a bad position for them. They need to pull in behind the building so that they can be a little bit more defended. But we have, yeah, the Ballista crew. We have a depleted unit of Gondor archers left. We have the Corsair Ballista. We have some veterans of Osgiliath. I forgot about these archers. So they actually might be good late game. And then we have a Belaketh marksman unit. And I think that's it, actually. That seems to be it. It's actually very, very close looking at the balance of power as well. 54% of the enemies, that's the men, have been killed, and 50% of the elves. Now, that's probably a waste for that catapult to be going after the marksman. I would actually rather, yeah, I think he is focusing with his own elven bowmen against the marksman. And I guess they are shaken. Maybe he's trying to focus on them so that they break under the pressure from the artillery. But yeah, these dual-wielding bladesmen are just carving them up. And I am keeping an eye on the map as well, because I want to see when that is when those two engage. But actually, looking at the map, the general is probably not the Narrow Royal Guard. It's one of the dual-wielding axe units, because it is a little bit further back. And the Gondor general, or actually, that might be, no, that's the Gondor general. That's correct. Because that would be the Pinithgellan cavalry. But focusing back on this battle here, man, the elves are just carving up the forces of Gondor and Osgiliath. The forces of Gondor and Umbar. My apologies. But yeah, we've got the, yeah, there go the Axemen of Losternak. They are retreating. This unit of Axemen of Losternak are down to 3, and they are exhausted, and they are shaken. And I think that they are done for. Well, actually, we've got one more of them fighting over here. Is that? Yeah, it's the last one. Let's watch this guy. This is the last one surviving in his unit. Surely he is going to be slaughtered. Get a little bit of a better view. I love the beard on that guy, though. Very, very epic. Come on, elves, slaughter them. And there are the guards of Osgiliath as well. You can see them holding to the best of their abilities. They are down to 5. And, oh, is he dead? Yes, he is dead. The last warrior of Lossarnak has been slain on the battlefield. We've got the unit of Belagar footmen over here that has been pushed in. And we also have some marksmen over here, but the elves are pushing into the marksman unit and carving them up. Again, very, very close. 62% to 56% of the elves killed, so over half of the elves have already been slain. This battle seems to be going by so fast. And over here, what's going on? So I believe he did send his general up here, and yes, they are in a bit of a skirmish phase. He hasn't lost any of his unit, and they haven't lost any of their unit. Belaketh Axguard is moving up as well, but yeah, I believe that the Gondor general is the Pinithgellan cavalry. I'm interested to see where is the Corsair general? I wonder which one he is, because I don't see him on the battlefield. Surely he would be being held in reserve. Oh, apologies for that, guys. Virus and threat protection, get out of here. And we do have the Greenwood Rangers pushing in as well. So they've definitely used up their ammunition. We've got the Warriors of Amanlak as well, so they have been pushed in. I don't know if they've used up their ammunition, but they have massive two-handed axes, so they should be able to hold their own in melee, especially against the very light Corsair infantry. Surely they won't be able to stand. Oh, and I see some movement over here, quickly trying to get over to the side. So what do we have moving in here? We have the Belaketh Axguard, which should be able to be more than a match for these Blades of Emendur, but apparently not. It says victory is almost a certainty for these light infantry elves, and it looks like the general is moving back down, the Elders of the Elven King, so they are going to give the high ground to the forces of Umbar. And the Pinithgellan cavalry, you can see them in the distance moving up the slope, so I'm wondering if they're going to attempt to flank around. Hold, men, hold! And I don't know, what does he have left that he could send in? Okay, we've got a unit of Wardens of Amanlak. They're going over that direction to help out. We've got these 2 units of archers over here as well. I would say maybe bring them back too. We've got some Gondor archers here. Oh, veterans of Osgiliath! How did they get around the flank? Oh no! That was right over their heads too, very, very close. But look at this. So somehow the elves are now outflanked outside their outside the walls of Rivendell. And now the Gondor archers, I believe they have used up their ammunition, so they are being pushed into melee. But I wonder if that catapult can get a really solid shot across the backs of the veterans of Osgiliath. Without getting too much friendly fire, because Gandalf really needs to save his units. How are we doing on the other side as well? Have the elves won? Look at the death and destruction over here, my goodness. Okay, so we've got, yeah, a unit of Hirialth over here. Oh, we've actually got them flanking around too. The Belaketh marksmen are being pushed out of position. The artillery crew is exposed as well. And is there anything to hold them back? What are they fighting over here? They're fighting one elf. Look at this dude. Look at him just all alone with the kill animations and everything. Yes. Is he all on his own? No. Oh, the rest of the unit is over here, but I want to watch this guy here. Never mind. He was slain. Let's quickly jump to the other side of the map here. Whoa, was that a good shot? Not really. It was kind of through his own men. I guess it was half and half. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a good shot or not. Haripeng is there. Okay, the Elders of the Elven King are back. So what's going on here? Wow, so yeah, the Blades of Emendur. Oh, sorry. I have to get my third age legs back. Forgot that you can just fall off the map there. But yeah, the Blades of Emendur, 39 still left, and the Belaketh Axe, the Belaketh Axe Guard, 17 remaining, so they are getting carved up. That is very surprising to me. This light infantry unit must actually be pretty solid. And what do we got over here? Yeah, okay, so the Wardens of Abenlach are holding back the Belakith Axe Guard. And we've got the Neru Neru Royal Guard over here as well. They're engaged in a skirmish against the Elders of the Elven King, who has taken a bit of damage. And you know what? The Neru Neru Royal Guard actually have the high ground, so they're probably getting a bit of a bonus there. But it says victory is almost certain for the Belakith Axe Guard. The Wardens of Abenlach are not enjoying themselves up there. Oh, wow, yeah, the Elders of the Elven King taking a lot of damage there. That is really tough to see. He needs to save his general. But there we go. Yep, the Belakith Axe Guard have completely broken, and that frees up this light infantry unit to maybe go up there and see if they can hold on for a little bit longer. They just, the elves just need to try and wrap up this side over here, and once all of these units are destroyed, then they might be able to get back to the town center in time. We do have the Hiriek and I believe the Hirilang, I thought I saw some of them. Or the Hiriolth, yes. Yeah, they're going after that ballista crew. We do have the Belakith marksmen pushing in to try and save that ballista for later. We also have a depleted unit of Hiriolth. Defeat seems certain against the ballista crew, but we have the Athelian Rangers over here as well, which are fighting them in melee. Looking at it, balance power is still very, very close. 84% of the enemies are killed and 83% of the allies. Very, very close. And still a decent amount of time left on the clock as well. Zooming back over to here. What's the victory? It says defeat seems almost certain. We do have the Hirupeng and the catapults coming over here, though. And, of course, we do have the Greenwood Rangers still holding strong. But, yeah, there is nothing left in this town center except the Elders of the Elven King. And up here has... Yes, okay, so light infantry has been pushed in. Trying to get a good shot for you guys there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So it says victory seems almost certain. 54 left. There's only 14 of the Wardens and 15 of the Blades of Emendur. And now we've got the Neru Neru Royal Guard being pushed in. That is worrying. I don't know if the elves have anything left to take on the Neru Neru Royal Guard, to be honest. Oh my goodness, execution from behind by the Belakith Axe Guard. And they are just forcing the elves back down this slope. And where is that Pillengellan cavalry, I wonder? Where is he? He's up here somewhere. Yeah, I see him over there. Oh, yes, yes, he is up the slope, so he's actually waiting for them to break through here so that he can charge down into the city. Interesting, interesting. But the elves are winning over here now. Yeah, the Belakith marksmen are shaken. We've got the Hirupeng over here, the massive two-handed bladesman, charging in against the ballista crew over here from Gondor. The elves almost just ignoring them to go after the Athelian Rangers. Such a good call. They need to be silenced. You cannot afford to allow the Athelian Rangers to just fire into the backs of your men. But then we also have the Corsair Ballista crew. The Ballista is firing into the ranks of the Wardens of Abenlach. That is not what you want to see. Maybe, oh yeah, that's not really good. Get the unit of Hirupeng here and get after this Corsair Ballista. Need to silence that. I don't know exactly where the Gondor Ballista is. I just know that the crew has been broken. Or, sorry, has dropped the equipment and is fighting over here. This one unit of Belakar footmen is just retreating. Very, very desperate times for the elves. Still even, though, which is so bizarre. The Elders of the Elven King are firing into the ranks here of the Pinithgellan cavalry. But they are charging down the slopes now, so they have broken through into the city. But will it be enough? Will it be enough? There we go. There's the Gondor general. Charging through the city. You can hear the desperate horn from the Elders of the Elven King announcing that enemies have broken. from the rear defenses and are going to be charging through. Oh, there we go, though. Really good volley from the Elders of the Elven King, but now it's General v General. And there's the General there. Oh, no, he broke off, and he's actually... Yeah, he's going to be safe. I guess he doesn't want to be in a prolonged engagement against the Elders of the Elven King. Maybe he's just going to go and try and break the elves on that choke point further down, leaving the Elders of the Elven King to battle the Never Royal Guard, which are down to 89 men, so they've lost about 20 men. Another one being sniped there. And the Belakith Axe Guard as well. Yeah, the cavalry is coming over here. They're going to be charging out of the city. And it looks like the Realm of Mirkwood catapult crew is involved as well, so maybe they have used up their ammunition. Oh, yes! There we go! Excellent! So there was the... Oh, was that the Umbar General? He was the Ballista crew. Aha! Interesting, interesting. There we go, the Athelian Rangers charging in again against a very depleted unit here of Hirapeng. Only 11 left. But a couple of them being thrown down and sliced to pieces. And we've got another unit over here of just... oh no, that's the same unit. Or was that the Ballista crew? Or was it just standing near the Ballista? It must have been, and he just got caught, maybe. I'm assuming. But has the cavalry pushed in yet? What are they doing? They have, oh yeah, they're fighting the Hirapeng here, which is 12 men remaining.
Our foe has lost control.
But now we've got the Hiryek Spearmen. They are exhausted. They should probably move back inside the city center, I'm thinking. The Hirapeng are trying to weaken the Pinithgelen cavalry and take out the general, but let's see what's going on over here. Okay, so the Elders of the Elven King are down to 31 men. Come on, hold. I love how the Belakith Axe Guard, actually, they're fighting 4 of the elves in the General's bodyguard, and defeat seems certain for them. Come on, boys, come on, hold. Hold, great elves. There's the Elven King, too, with his dual-wielding blades. I want to see him get involved in this fight. And the Narrow Royal Guard. Balance of forces is evenly matched, apparently. No, don't run your general away! Don't run him away! You're gonna lose men doing that. What's the Pinithgelen cavalry doing over here? Just running down the remainders of those archers, I would assume. Elves coming back inside the city, ignoring the ballista. The Athelian Rangers being carved up by the remnants of these elves. Yes, yes, elves. And yeah, that is everything. What are we down to? 94% to 94%. This is insane. How is there so much time still left on the clock here? I'm very confused at that because it feels like there's only a few units left. But the Elders of the Elven King getting that charge bonus onto the Belakith Axe Guard. They are wavering. The Narrow Royal Guard actually smartly pulling back to get a couple of volleys on the Elders of the Elven King. However, it looks like they just shot a couple of their own units in the back. Oh no, the Pinithgelen cavalry, there they are! Oh dear! Charging in from behind, that is not good. That is not good. What were they riding down though? I'm very confused. Just these 2 units of elves maybe that were trying to make it back to the town center. And now, oh, there we go, slaughtering the last of those Axe Guard. And now, is it just gonna be a skirmish phase? They just... Oh my goodness, that point-blank fire is just brutal. Look at this. Look at this. We've got a skirmish at like, what, 10 feet, 20 feet? And it looks now like the Narrow Royal Guard, since they've lost their high ground. I mean, they have a little bit of high ground, but they aren't faring as well as the Elders of the Elven King. There is a lot of them being taken down in the front lines here. 73 left. 70. Oh yeah, I think that Riz realizes that he's just going to charge his units into melee. But another point-blank volley, weakening them even further before they get involved with the Elders of the Elven King. And where is the general? There he is. I want to see him involved in this fight. Really, no other fight matters at this point. Why are you just standing there? Are you that cocky? You think you're gonna win this, so you just aren't even bothering to fight them? Come on! That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Oh, what is this? We've got the Iriak the Spearman getting a flanking charge on the Narrow Royal Guard. No kidding. What do we have left here? Yeah, the Pinithgellan Cavalry desperately trying to get back over here. I don't think they were expecting that. And then all that remains out here is the Athilian Rangers and this Corsair Ballista. This Corsair Ballista, if unleashed on the General, though, has the ability to win the battle for them. What do we have here? We've got some Wardens of Amanluck, some Greenwood Rangers, so everyone is desperately just turning back around. But the Pinithgellan Cavalry knows this. I think they're trying to keep any more elves from reaching this town center because they'll have infinite morale in the town center. How is the Narrow Royal Guard doing? Balance of forces is evenly matched, apparently. Yes, yes. Hold, elves, hold. Pinithgellan Cavalry running down those archers. They actually slaughtered them. Wow. Absolutely slaughtered them. Let's zip back here. This is pretty much the final battle. This is it, guys. This is what it has come down to. The Narrow Royal Guard, 42 men remaining. Defeat is now a distinct possibility. And thankfully, it seems like the frames have actually calmed down after that initial first assault. The rest has been pretty smooth. So I am happy to see that. How are the Elders of the Elven King? They're down to 22. They're still somehow managing to get volleys at point-blank range. But now the Narrow Royal Guard is being absolutely slaughtered. The Elves are just pushing in from behind, ripping the Narrow Royal Guard to shreds. We've got a couple of the units from the General's bodyguard being slaughtered, which is very unfortunate. Here comes the Pinithgellan Cavalry back once again. And I think they realize that, oh, no, they still don't want to get involved. Isambard, he's going to have to make the decision to get involved eventually. And I think now might have been the best time because the Narrow Royal Guard could have been supported and maybe wouldn't be getting 2v1'd right now. Oh, but here we go. We've got some Athilian Rangers coming in from behind to hit the Hiriak Spearmen. That's not going to be very good. But yeah, the Narrow Royal Guard are pretty much out of this fight. The Elves have actually got a balance of power advantage now, 97% to 98%. Absolutely ridiculous. And now the Pinithgellan Cavalry is here. They did charge down one of those General Bodyguard units. Here's the Elder of the Elven King. Come on, Narrow Royal Guard. Get a few more kills. 7 men remaining in their order. The Athilian Rangers down to 9, so yeah, they did not do much work at all. Hold, brave elves. Where's that ballista, though? Where's the ballista? It's right here. Oh, dear. Quick! Elders the Elven King. Yes, get involved. Destroy that Corsair crew. Push them off of it. Excellent. But now the Pinithgellan Cavalry, that is the best. No. I was going to say that is the best option for the Pinithgellan Cavalry because the Elders of the Elven King will not have the infinite morale in the town center. Who are they fighting? Oh, they're just murdering one of the artillery crew. Oh dear, but the balance of power somehow is still with them.
Our enemy has command of the castle.
Still with them. It's 98% to 98%. The spears have gotten involved a little bit there.
In command of the castle.
98% to 98%. Yeah, the balance of power has slipped out of their grasp. That is pretty crazy that he died so quickly too. He's not even bloodied up. I guess maybe just the unit itself has lost so many hit points in that extended skirmish phase against the Narrow Royal Guard. But yeah, Gandalf needs to pull his units back inside the city center so that they have infinite morale. That way they won't break and then be run down by the Pinithgellan Cavalry. And I do have to say, the Pinithgellan Cavalry actually have some pretty solid stats. And there's one unit of Narrow Royal Guard still left. That is hilarious. Come on, yeah, get a couple of kills. Oh, he's just gonna play around here. Oh yes, with the Elders of the Elven King, of course. They are an archer unit, so they'll be able to focus the Pinithgellan Cavalry as they retreat. That is really good news. Just keep these spears over here, please. Oh, no. That's smart of Gandalf. My apologies. He is just trying to keep this ballista crew off the ballista. And this one unit of Hero of Pang here, this one guy, as they try to move past, slaying a Gondorian unit from the Penethgellan cavalry. This is crazy. This is so close. Another charge there. Come on. Kill the horseman, Yes, they're dropping very quickly. Slaughter that one as well. Don't let him escape. Come on. Oh. What are they down to? Yeah, can you just shoot this guy? Yeah, thank you. Okay. He was annoying me. Okay, they're set back up on the ballista, trying to get a shot off, but not in time. Maybe this one will fire. I'm not sure, though. No, they're not. Okay, they were silenced. Excellent. And the cycle charge continues. There is the Gondorian general still fighting strong. How did he survive? Did he get up? Is this guy invincible? Take him out. Actually, that's really smart, though, because he's stopping this unit from firing at the Penethgellan cavalry. And they have come in over here now to fight against the Heriac spearmen, which are shaken and exhausted. Actually, they're wavering. They may break very soon. 99% to 99%, guys. This is so close. This is a draw. No one's going to be winning here. This is absolutely a draw. And now it's a disaster because with those elves gone, the Heriac spearmen, the elders of the Elven King, are going to be subject to shots from that ballista. And this narrow row guard just will not die. Thank you. Okay, quick, Gandalf, quick. They're going to open fire on you. Oh no, they're winding up. Please hurry. Why are you stopped? Oh, the Penethgellan cavalry coming in from behind. Oh no. Oh, but maybe they'll kill the Gondorian general. Did they kill him? No, he's still alive. Come on.
Our foe has taken control of the castle.
There's 10 men left. This Umbarian ballista is so annoying. Come on, kill the general. Oh, I think that it's not going to be enough. We've got a random Athelian ranger that's still fighting.
Control of the castle.
Oh, we've got 2 Greenwood archers that have shown up to the battle.
The enemy is no longer in command of the castle.
Okay, so they took the castle back. How long can this seriously go on for? Eventually, the cycle charges are just going to finish this unit off. Penethgellan cavalry, yeah, what are they down to? 8. Annoyingly, oh yes. This one unit is holding the Corsair crew off the ballista. Come on, slaughter them. We've got 2 archers here. I don't know if they have ammunition left, but the Penethgellan cavalry is going to focus both of them down in that charge. Or maybe just one. Nope, the other one is still standing. I can't believe that I'm commentating on like 7 troops that are still fighting on the battlefield.
If we continue like this,
come on, what do we got? 6 Elders of the Elven King, 1 unit of Greenwood Rangers left. And this bro here is holding them off the ballista crew. That guy's surely dead there in that charge, yeah. So the elves are down to 6 men. 6 men versus 7 plus the ballista crew, which is 16. Oh, he has to push against that ballista crew. Okay, the ballista crew is actually moving it further away. So can the archers maybe shoot down the Penethgellan cavalry, who are exhausted? If you can kill the general, then I think that they will be able to win. The balance of power still says that it's in their favor. The Medieval 2 engine is actually registering that 100% of the elves have been killed. That's how close this battle is.
Our foe has taken control of the castle.
Here comes the Penethgellan cavalry once again. Corsair crew running away from the ballista.
The enemy is no longer
Penethgellan cavalry surprise attack through the elven building there. Come on, this general. Shoot him! Shoot the general! How did he survive too? What the heck? We're down to 5. We're down to 5 men versus 6 cavalry. And where's the ballista crew? They're way over here. 16 artillery. Come on, that's a good volley. There goes another one. There goes another one. Yes. It's 5 versus 4 now. That ballista crew is getting back on the ballista, though. Yeah, come on, quick. Oh, okay, they're trying to push it away. They're trying to push it away. Fair enough. Looks like they are going to pursue, though. Oh, no, no, no. These two are going to get caught out. Oh, in the back. No, no. No. Oh, they're down to 4. How is this still in favor of the elves? I don't understand. They have 4 men left.
Our foe has taken control
And
of the castle.
not even the general. I just had to say, side note, that elven general was crap. No offense, but he did like nothing. When we were watching him, he wasn't fighting. He was just kind of standing there. And then he gets charged down. He's not even bloodied, so it's just a huge embarrassment for him. And they're firing through the building now at the ballista crew, which is shaken. Yeah, they're trying to hide it behind the building. Oh, yes! Yes!
Our enemy has command.
Yes! Oh, surely that has them breaking. Come on. 3 Pinnithgelen cavalry remaining. The general is dead. Ballista crew is shaken and winded. Oh my, is that 100% to 100%? No, not yet, not yet. Come on, take them down. There we go, 2 left. But the ballistas are loading. Oh no! Quick! Quick, stop them. How many are left here? 4 men still. We've got the 2. Oh, it's down to 2. It's down to 2. And just like that, the balance of power is even once again. The Pinnithgelen cavalry. No way. No way. Please just kill the Pinnithgelen cavalry, please. Oh my gosh, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. This is the last elf still
Our foe
remaining.
has taken control of the castle.
And now I think they're just going to hold in melee. He's disappeared into the building. Where is he? He's become a part of the building. Corsair crew is just fighting them now. The ballista crew. This guy still wants to use his ranged ability, even though he's being forced into the house. Where is he? We can't even see him. Oh, and there we go. Such a close defeat. 99% to 100%. We've got 18 men remaining on the battlefield. What an insane end. Gandalf, thank you so much for this replay. I think that's the closest battle that I have ever had the ability to record and even watch. I don't even think I've personally had a battle that's that close. Look at the casualties inflicted here too. Absolutely incredible. A lot of them getting over 200 kills. They were heavily outnumbered. I mean, it was 2,000 pretty much versus 3,500, so it was almost a 2-to-1. Very, very close. Absolutely amazing. So, guys, I hope you did enjoy this replay. I will be looking into covering more Third Age Reforged in the future. So if you guys have any other replays that you would like me to cover, just let me know. And I'll try and jump onto Reforged as well, and maybe try and get a couple of battles myself that are close enough to commentate on and enjoyable enough to commentate on. But as I said, I don't think that I will ever see a battle come down to the wire as close as that. Pretty much 1 Pinnithgelen cavalry and half of artillery piece crew is all that's left after the siege of Rivendell. But thank you guys so much for watching. I certainly hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one.